How we doing, everybody? This is Jeff Michael of Split Creek Equine Solutions. This is Freedom's 6th video in the Rescue to Stardom series. In this video, we're going to ride him for the first time. Spoiler alert, I don't get bucked off. My colts don't buck very often. We do a lot of preparation to avoid that situation. You know, my whole goal here is to have a successful first ride with no drama. So you can see I'm prepping him for everything I'm going to do. You know, I'm dissecting the whole process of throwing my leg over him down to just little steps. And this is very important because prep your horse. You know, I want my horse to stand there. I don't want him to move around. I want to be able to throw my leg over him and him to keep holding his feet, not take off. So, you know, if you have a horse that can't do this, you want to go back, do some homework on the ground, and get it to a point where you can ride your horse, get on him without having him take off. I want to point out a couple of things that are very important to me. You see, I don't have his head flexed. I see a lot of people flexing their colt's head the first time they get on him. That creates tension and makes them want to move their feet. The second thing I want to point out that I have a halter with one line on it. The reason I do this is I only want to work one side at a time. I don't want him to have to do any complex decisions. So this way he can relax and concentrate on one thing at a time. The other thing with the halter is that if I have to pull in his face, I'm going to not pull in his mouth, and I'm not going to create a hard mouth in this horse. And I also want to ride him and teach him how to use his body before I put a bit in his mouth. So I do not ride with a bit the first several rides that I put on a horse. And this is important to me because my whole goal is to create a confident, soft, and supple horse. You can see me rubbing him. I'm giving him a little bit of time to understand and to comprehend what's going on. You know, it's like throwing a heavy pack on your back for the first time. You need a moment to get your balance before you can put yourself into motion. So remember that with your horses. If your horse wants to move, I usually let them move off, as long as it's in control. If they tear off and want to go to bucking or bolting, then I'll pull their head to a one-rein stop, get off, and do my homework on the ground. You can see as I flex him in there, I'm going to make sure I have lateral flexion with softness before I put this horse into motion. That way I'm confident that I have control for a turn and for a stop. As I put him into motion, you realize that I'm not pulling on him. I want this horse to be able to travel wherever he wants to go. And as long as he's in a controlled pace, I'll accept the pace. He may trot off, and I'm okay with that. But I want to make sure that he has time to comprehend the weight on his back and to find balance. You know, he's sticky. He wants to stop a lot. He wants to kind of take little steps and move back and forth. This is all normal. Freedom's just trying to find balance, and that's fine. And, you know, I appreciate that. So I'm going to allow him to move around here. The only thing I want to do is keep him off the fence and just to find confidence and take more fluid and free steps. Once he finds confidence in his motion forward, then I'll pick up my rein and ask him to turn. You can see he's getting a little more confident there, so I lift my hand, and I'm just asking for his nose. You know, when I ask for his nose, I want his feet to follow. And when you start a colt, there's going to be a gap between the turning of the nose and the feet following. And what I want to do here is repeat this process until I get a fluid motion where if I ask for the nose, the feet follow right underneath the nose. Repeat this as much as you need, because the better you make this, the more soft and supple horse you're going to have to work with as we go down the line in the training process. So this is important. You know, we're only trying to accomplish simple things in this first ride, and that's turning and stopping. So take your time, do it right, don't push them, and just move them on. I'm not trying to make this horse do a lot. I'm just trying to make enough out of him that I can work with as we go down the line. You can see how free he walks forward there. You know, he gave to the rein and bent his nose. His feet followed right underneath his nose. Really good job. As I bring him to a stop, I sit in my seat, I lift the rein, and he stops his feet. This is because I've done my homework. The groundworks have paid off. He understands when I put pressure, it means to release. And when I put pressure in the seat, it means stop his back feet. When I pull in the reins, stop his front feet. So I'm very proud of him. You know, Freedom's a very smart horse and a very good student. So that shows how good of a stop he's created just by working on the ground. You can see I turn over here to the right. Remember, a balanced horse is a better horse. So as I'm working with his right side, I'm not going to expect him to be equal with his left side. And I'm going to continue the process until I have equal turns both directions. Time and patience is part of this. Most of my first rides last about 15 to 30 minutes, and I'm just doing what I need to do to accomplish soft turns and a good stop. Freedom does a really good job here of showing how a horse develops. He started off kind of sticky in this right side, and you see him free up and give to the rein. So very good job. He was such a successful first ride. A great example of what I want out of my colts. You can see as I bring him here to this final stop, and I've been riding him here for about 15 to 18 minutes. The whole process went well. You can see him licking his lips. He's confident, he's relaxed. I'm very proud of this horse. As I prep for my dismount, I'm gonna pet him down, show him reward, show him acceptance. I'm also gonna be leaning in my saddle from side to side to prep him for that transfer of weight when I step off to the left. So, I'm not just gonna go ahead, stop him and step off. I wanna create a little bit of preparation that I'm gonna come off, because again, preparation is the path to perfection. When I do step off here, you're gonna see I step off very confidently and like I just got off a good saddle horse. I don't sneak off, I don't jump off, I just step off, and that's important. Remember, if you convey confidence, your horse will follow if he has trust in you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Please like and share it. Also visit the Rescue to Stardom Facebook page. Like and share those and show your support for Freedom in the competition. The next video will be posted later this week. I'll be riding in both reins and doing round pin patterns. So I'll see you then. Keep riding.